Two, two, two.
Please got it. We're just waiting for the house men to come down. Can we stop service across here while we're doing it? We have a live camera. Yes. I'll give it a quick 2-minute warning if there's anybody that needs to go to the toilet or there's people down outside or at the other end at the bar. Please go to them, bring them down, make them part of the festivities. It's a 2-minute warning, it's 120 seconds. Or at least 3 or 4. Coming down to the Munich Brauhaus to celebrate the 12th Melbourne Firefighter Stair climb. It's been a massive day. So first of all, I want to start with everyone give yourself a massive round of applause. It is because of each and every one of you that are sitting here today, be it one of our climbers, sponsors, beneficiaries, or our climb crew volunteers. It is because of you that makes this event so successful, and it is because of As a side note, it's about $5,000 off $1.1 million. So let's see how those couple of fundraising teams go towards the end. So we'll keep the team fundraising total. We'll keep that for the end, all right? Before we begin today's proceedings, I want to say a few thank yous. First of all, I'd like to say a massive thank you to Crown for exclusive use of their facilities in the convention centre, the stairwell, the loading dock, and all the ancillary parts. We'll save our applause for the end and we'll do one big round of applause for all of our supporters. I'd also like to thank Draeger for their sponsorship, equipment and support, and their volunteers who are employees from Draeger who come down to maintain to win. Also, I'd like to say thank you for their support with the radios, Kennard's Hire, Karcher Australia, one of this year's major sponsors, for coming on board last year, coming back this year, and being a big part of the day. I'm sure everyone got to see the RoboVac and all the stuff inside there. But also, if you haven't already seen it, they've got the Karcher truck washout in Hoppers Crossing, and take your fire trucks in there and give them a good old clean. Also, I'd like to thank Scania and Whole Metro. We'd like to thank 1300 Medics for the incredible. We'd like to thank our battery drive partners, being Sims Metal Recyclers, North Star Steel Recyclers, Kid Metals, and Infrabuild. Munich Brauhaus for the use of the Munich Brauhaus. I think it's safe to say we've packed it out today. Big round of Munich. We'd also like to thank Luxon Electrical Group for their support throughout the year. We all come to the stair, but we wouldn't have a lot of support with our logistics support. So thank you to those guys. Protective and Safety Services Traralgon for the equipment support we get from them. Our merchandise suppliers, Mr. Promo, CME Merchandising, A1 Insignia, and Challenge Coins Australia's. And I'm sure you can all agree the hoodies, the shirts, the challenge coins, and the epaulets are nice little additions, and they help us raise a few extra dollars for our charity beneficiaries. We'd like to thank the Fire Services Museum of Victoria for coming down with the Heritage Pumper and being involved. I don't know if anyone saw me climbing in an old heritage uniform from the Fire Services Museum. Great time. They're there. They give us a lot of support. Team Nutrition for coming on board and giving us all our bars this year. CVP Film and Television for their AV camera equipment. And we'd also like to give a massive, massive thank you, and he's going to absolutely hate this, but a big thank you to that man over there, Blair, for coming out and taking the photos today. Give him a big round of applause for Blair. Right red, mate. Right red. His face is redder than a fire truck. Now, please don't pester me about when the photos get there. Blair's been on his feet all day. He wants to go home and see his family before he starts editing some photos, all right? So just give us a day or two for the photos. Blair, you got that. You got a day or two, mate. We'd also like to welcome CFA and FRV's Wellbeing, who came out and set up displays, as well as the lads from TX. This is a conversation starter for coming out as well and having a chat to us. And we'd also like to thank those that set up stalls, being Lifeline as well. It's always nice to have people there on the day, and you can talk about your personal journeys and whatnot. So thank you to everyone so far. But can I get a big round of applause for all of our sponsors and supporters this year? Firstly, before we kick on with the awards, what we're going to do is we're going to get each of the beneficiaries to come up and just give you a little bit of a spiel about what this day means to them. And they're going to give you a few stats and figures that'll blow your mind a little bit. But first up, I'd like to welcome up from the 000 Foundation, Matthew McKernan, who's going to come up and give a speech about what the 000 Foundation does. Ladies and gents, Matty McKernan.
Good afternoon, everyone. What a fantastic achievement. We have amazingly broken history today and all the records around the fundraising that we've managed to achieve. And as part of 000 Foundation, we are immensely proud of the contribution that all of you have made and what we've been able to happen to raise well over $1 million for Lifeline, Peter Mac Cancer Foundation and the 000 Foundation. It is an amazing achievement and we are so happy to be part of that journey with you, climbing every single one of those stairs to level 28. We're making real difference in the community and it's utterly important that we look after each other and that we look after the communities that we serve. So most of all, thank you very much. Thank you for making an amazing climb today. Thank you to all of our climb crew and everything else, our whole team that was thanked by Chris. And really enjoy this afternoon. You've earned it. And make sure whilst you're sitting around, have a think about the support that we might be able to provide someone that you may know. They may not be here today. There might be someone in your brigade, your unit, or in your local community that's part of the emergency services family who may need a bit of a chop out. We've provided assistance across many different areas and locations throughout the country. In every single state and territory, we've been able to provide grants to provide support to emergency services personnel. And so there might be a firefighter in Tasmania who needs some support. There might be a police officer in Queensland. There might be a firefighter in New South Wales or a state emergency service member in Western Australia. Please reach out to us. We're here to help. We're here to support. So make sure you think about that and think about your friends because we're all pretty bad at calling out when we need some assistance and some help. So that's our message for all of you when you head back home today. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thanks, Matty. Next up, I'd like to call from Lifeline, Nikki. Nikki, if you could come up here and give us a spiel about Lifeline.
Okay. Thanks, Chris. So this year we are going to get the check afterwards, but we have heard from Chris just what's happened with the numbers, and you have totally blown us away. I know that there was a bit of trepidation about will we make $1 million. It was never in any doubt. When you guys set your minds to something, you damn well do it. So a huge round of applause for you. That is so good. The team at Lifeline's so exciting. Now, we know we do the maths, we always do the maths, and so thank you. That is going to be well over $400,000 for Lifeline. And at Lifeline Melbourne, thank you. And I think you've heard the numbers about the $39. I think that's a number, I think Chris has said that 1,000 times over. $39 is what it costs to answer a phone call to somebody in crisis who's reaching out to a crisis supporter, a volunteer crisis supporter. So $39, that works out at over 11,000 calls that you guys and your supporters are responsible for. So you have just blown us away. Thank you for that. And just a thought, you've also heard that we get about, on average, 2 calls per minute. So while you were climbing, that was over 500 people reaching out, having a conversation that would have changed their lives. It could have saved their lives. And that was what you did. It's just stunning. So thank you. Those are just words and numbers. Sometimes a help seeker will call us or write to us and let us know their experience. Can I just read one to you? And we have many of these. Please pass along my sincere gratitude to the woman who saved my life. I wanted to know that I am safe and healthy again, and I wouldn't be here today without her intervention and kindness. My family, husband, and I are so grateful that I'm here and healthy today. She gave me another chance to have a future. Thank you. Those were her words. On behalf of her and all the other help seekers who reach out from Lifeline, from the over 200 crisis supporters we have just at Lifeline Melbourne alone. Thank you. Last point, I have to just shout out to the team to train, feed every single one of the 000 Foundation and Melbourne Firefighter Stair crew. You are amazing. Thank you.
Thank you, Nikki. And as a personal note, if some of you are out there and if you're ever going through struggling times, just remember it's not about where you are in Australia. If you call Lifeline, a phone will be answered, and you could be in Western Australia and someone in Victoria could answer. So every dollar you have raised, irrespective of where you are from, is helping someone in need. And I know for a fact, myself included, there was about 3 or 4 other climbers today who were climbing for mates who are no longer here with us, and we pay our tributes and respects to those fellas as well. So please, from a team at Lifeline, if you see them in their shirts, have a chat to them, say thank you, because what they do is amazing. And having been someone who's been on the other end of the phone calling for help once upon a time, you can come a long way with a little bit of help. So thank you for that, Lifeline. Next up, I'd like to call up from the Peter MacCallum Cancer Foundation, the Peter Mac CEO, Craig Connolly.
Good afternoon. Thank you, everybody. My name is Craig Connolly. I'll try and keep this brief. I first just want to acknowledge every person in the room who climbed today. It was an amazing effort. I went up to level 28 early, saw people coming through. Can you all please give yourselves a round of applause for what you achieved today? I'd then like to make 2 announcements in relation to the cheque we're about to receive. So it will be $440,000 to the Peter MacCallum Cancer Foundation. That is now the single biggest community fundraising cheque we will receive from any organisation in the country. The second announcement, which should get a bigger round of applause, and I will disclose I'm a massive Collingwood supporter. Joe Pies. The 440,000 cheque has also eclipsed the 2025 Peter Mac Cup. Congratulations. I just want to share a couple of pieces of information about Peter Mac itself, which you may not know. I've been CEO of the foundation for 8 months, so I'm still in a massive learning phase. What I've learned that I choose to share with you is that in Australia, there is one comprehensive cancer centre, and that is Peter Mac. In the US, there are more than 50 comprehensive cancer centres. We are the sole specialist public hospital who thinks and works every day at treating and curing cancer. We employ more than 800 researchers, and your funding will support their work with what we call untied grant funding. And I know, being on the Peter Mac executive now, that will support areas of real need for those researchers. So again, thank you for that. We have some interstate visitors here today as well. Peter Mac processes 10,000 blood samples every year through our pathology labs. We're responsible for all processing for all of Queensland, South Australia, Victoria, and Tasmania. It is a national service. And so the fact we have national representation here today is truly meaningful. So again, thank you for that. And the last point I want to make, and you may not know this, the Peter MacCallum Cancer Centre is currently ranked the 14th top specialist cancer centre in the world. We have 52 of our researchers who are ranked in the top 2% of scientists globally as well. Your funding is supporting the course of my life, your families and loved ones' lives. And so my commitment to you as CEO of the foundation is we will ensure those funds are deployed to maximise that impact. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Madam. Thanks, Colin. And I don't know if he mentioned it as well, but
Thank
we
you.
say that you look at the statistics in
forgot to
Australia,
mention
1 in
Dale.
4 Australians are affected by cancer, being directly or indirectly. But as I was
Hit the mark.
alluded to before,
Great.
by the time everyone in this room's turned 80, 1 in 2 Australians are affected by cancer directly. So the research being done and all the work being done by Peter Mack goes a long way. So thank you for that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to present the check. So I'd love to call Fiona and Matt McKernan from the 000 Foundation up to the podium, as well as Colin and Nikki from Lifeline and Peter Mack respectively. And when we do this check handover, I want to hear a big, massive roar. So I'll call up Matty and Fiona up to the stage, thank you. And Nikki and Colin from Peter Mack as well. Blair, you ready for these photos? He's always ready. He's born ready. Yes.
Very sorry. I meant to mention that Dale here ran today in a time of 7 minutes and 1 second, and he broke his toe on Wednesday.
He could have done it in 6 minutes, though. All right, ladies and gents, without further ado, on behalf of the 000 Foundation, presenting to Lifeline and the Peter MacCallum Cancer Foundation, give us a big round of applause as we hand over $440,000 to both charities. Well done. Well, are we good? We're good. Thank you so much, guys. What are we doing now? Trophies. Oh, no. All right, before we kick on with our official time scores, we want to say a big thank you. We weren't able to do it recently in the last few years. So I'd like to call, if they're available, can I please get Mark Patterson, Jeff Crane, and Tila Cumberworth up to the stage, please? So we all know this event. If you could just join me up here on the stage. I don't know if Mark's here, though. Oh, he's here. He's coming down. Mark's not here, but we've got a rep coming from Drager. It is without... This event wouldn't happen, as I've said before, without the massive support of our climb crew volunteers. And this year, we have decided to recognise those that have given 10 years to the climb as volunteers. And we have Tila, Jeff, and on behalf of Mark from Drager, we'd like to say a big thank you. So from our climbers to our climb crew, 10 years is a mammoth amount of time. Big round of applause. We've got a little plaque for you over here. If you shimmy this way, come this way, fellas, and then you want you to all look over there at the camera, right? Mark's got to love that photo. Big round of applause for our 10-year climb crew volunteers. Now, this one is a little bit longer, so can I please have the following people up to the stage? As a group, we'd like to do this. So can I please have Mick Hopewell, Fiona McKinnon, Leanne Rake, Catherine Hunter, Bear Gallagher, Gabby Keats, Corey Schmutter, Danielle Routley, Jeff Harriet, Colin and Helen Foote, Luke Lothian, Simon Steele, Liz Peters, Cameron Oliver, Andrew Joe Clutterbuck, Jack Baker and Michelle Kernan. If you're all here, can you please come up on the stage and fill this lovely podium with all your heads? Each one of you will be recognised today for 5 years of service to the Melbourne Firefighter Stair climb with a certificate of appreciation from our climb crew coordinator, event directors, Matt McKernan, Fiona and Trent as well. Ladies and gents, can we have another big round of applause for our climb crew volunteers? Trent's lost the ball. Solid. And as I said, this event wouldn't happen without the amazing work of our volunteers. So a big thank you. It's a hard work, especially this year when all of them are wearing yellow shirts and look like minions. All right. Now this is the part everyone's been waiting for. This is where we get down to the nuts and bolts of the firefighter stair climb to see how everyone's gone. I'm going to make sure before we start this though, are we good? Are we good for the trophies? All right, we're going to go on with the results and placings. We're going to start off with Supreme Grandmasters category, female. We only have a first place. That is it. It doesn't take away from the event though. With a time of 11 minutes and 21 seconds from CFA Baronia, Karen Stanley. You can go now. Moving into the Supreme Grandmasters category, male, coming in third place with a time of 7 minutes and 32 seconds from CFA Warragul, Peter Watkins. Well done, mate. Thank you. In second place, with a time of 7 minutes and 26 seconds from CFA Sunbury, Jeffrey Walton. And coming in first place with a time of 5 minutes and 22 seconds from CFA Callista the Patch, Graham Barrow. Can anyone see him? Is anyone from Callista the Patch here? You're more than welcome to come down and receive his trophy on his behalf. Is Graham not here? No, moving on. All right, going into the Grandmasters category, female. Coming in third place with a time of 11 minutes and 10 seconds, Michelle Madden. Sorry, I forgot to mention from CFA Ferntree Gully, Michelle Madden. Well done. Coming in second place with a time of 10 minutes and 51 seconds from CFA Gisborne, Di Dale. Well done, mate. And coming in first place with a time of 6 minutes and 9 seconds from Fire Rescue New South Wales, Coffs Harbour, Vanessa McDonald. Our first interstate recipient, well done. And moving on to the Grandmasters category male, in third place with a time of 5 minutes and 28 seconds from CFA Narre North, Stuart Bell. In second place with a time of 4 minutes and 54 seconds from CFA Baronia, Dave Hawthorne. Not here? No worries, thank you. Are you going to come receive it on his behalf? We'll give it to you anyway. Coming in first place in the Grand Masters category with a time of... Yep. Stand by. Pause.
What am I looking at?
28. 5 minutes. It'll be 4:28.
Coming in with a time of 4 minutes and 28 seconds from CFA Koimadai, Warren Maynard. Not that I didn't believe them, but I just had to check. Up on the stage.
Thank you. It's Komoida.
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 Say it again for me.
Komoida.
Komoida. Thank you. I do apologise. All right, going to the time of 7 minutes and 42 seconds from CFA Wyndham Vale, Maria Lewis. If I do call your name out, can you throw your hand up just so I know? Is Maria here? No? Coming in second place with a time of 7 minutes and 38 seconds from CFA Mount Taylor, Kelly Stewart. And coming in first place in the female Masters category from CFA Torquay, Perry Payne. And she's still carrying 25 kilos, so she comes up the stairs. What a machine.
Thank you.
You're right. Into the Masters category male with a time of 4 minutes and 13 seconds from ERD Geelong Refinery, Nick Keys. Is Nick here? He went home. I'll give you a fun fact. When I spoke to him before, he said, I haven't trained for this event at all. And I'm 4 minutes and 13. Coming in second place with a time of 3 minutes and 58 seconds from Fire and Emergency New Zealand, Westport, German Matamala. Look at the back of this shirt, though. Have a look at this. Turn around and show us that shirt. Stairs and beers. Well done, mate. All right. In the Masters category male, with a time of 3 minutes and 31 seconds, from TFS Devonport, it's Marlon von Moda. Absolute machine. I suppose you didn't train this year either, right? Just a little bit. All right, in the open category female, coming in third place with a time of 6 minutes and 3 seconds from Tasmania Fire Service Hobart, Shannon Harris. Well done, Shannon. Coming in second place with a time of 5 minutes and 46 seconds from CFA The Basin, Amy Jamison. Someone's going to come up on her behalf, though, I guarantee it. And coming in first place in the female open category with a time of 5 minutes and 42 seconds from CFA Phillip Island, Rebecca Quarrell. Rebecca, are you here? Probably going down to hit the waves and do some cold therapy in the water down there, maybe. All right, moving on to open category male. In third place with a time of 4 minutes and 30 seconds from CFA Upway, Jesse Hayden. Well done, mate. Coming in second place with a time of 4 minutes and 25 seconds from the Tasmania Fire Service Port Sorell, William Collerick. It'll be on the other side.
Yeah, straight. I'll grab it. I'll take it.
Yes. Hold the pose. You've got a photo in front right here. And coming in first place with a time of 3 minutes and 56 seconds for the open category male from CFA Grovedale, Will Key. Everyone's legs are a bit slow. Well done. All right. For our overall fastest times, you've already heard them, but for our overall fastest time female, with a time of 5 minutes and 42 seconds from CFA Phillip Island, Rebecca Quarrell. Rebecca wasn't here, was she? She wasn't here. And our overall fastest male time with a time of 3 minutes and 31, adding another trophy to his cabinet from TFS Devonport, Marlon von Mogar. Got a full cabinet now, mate. Yeah. That'll do. He said that'll do. Do you want to do them? Because I'm one of the recipients. Or I can do it myself. I don't care. Oh, I'll do it.
Alrighty, so we're into our individual fundraisers. And so whilst we're all about the athletic ability, the fundraising is another important element of what we do, and we've heard about all the important work. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce our three highest fundraisers for this year. So in third place, and like, I don't know, he seems to always end up somewhere in this leaderboard. On behalf of the Fire Services Museum and 000 Foundation, I'd like to congratulate Chris May on raising $8,190. Congratulations, mate.
Oh, thanks, mate. You're real fast. Thanks, buddy.
I know what I'm doing. In second place, from CFA Barnum Extension, Nathan Shaw with $10,340.
Oh, there he is. Congratulations.
Extension.
Barnum Extension.
Extension.
Right.
Thanks, mate.
You'd think I'd know how to pronounce that after being in the Northeast for many years, but you know, go figure. Now, this particular awardee for our highest individual fundraiser is an absolutely amazing achievement. If you get a chance, look up this particular CFA station on Google Earth and then drop down into Street View, and it is literally a tin shed. And for a tin shed brigade, as we all like to laugh at, and sometimes like they may not always have the best equipment or may not have all the members or whatever it might be, for all the criticisms we make, has absolutely stood up to the task and totally supported this member in achieving one of the highest figures in donations in our events history. So without further ado, from CFA Strathbogie, Tanya Lumley, raising $15,340.
Next member, I'm walking against the
Sorry?
next member.
Yeah, of course. Absolutely. Okay.
Oh.
Fantastic. Well done. It just goes to show the smallest communities have such a big impact. And I mean, as Matt said, I've sat in that leaderboard for a few years, and there was nothing more impressive than watching someone go to $15,000 on their first donation. That is amazing. Another round of applause. Thank you so much. We'd also like to take this moment to recognise and acknowledge a fundraiser who's no longer with us. And that would be, you might have remembered our four-legged friend, Ember, the service dog. Now, Nat, where are you? Nat's outside there. Unfortunately, we lost Ember not that long ago. But I think it's really, really poignant and worth acknowledging that over the years that Ember, our four-legged friend, partook in this climb, she raised $79,214 for the Stair climb. And Nat, I've got a bag for you. I'll come out and give it to you later on. But we'd like to say thank you to Ember and all the money that Ember has raised. It's been fantastic and we're so proud. And we're also upset at the loss of our four-legged friend. And for those that knew the competition I had with Ember, it might have looked like I didn't like the dog, but I love the dog really. So that brings us to our total. We're going to do our three fundraising teams. But we're currently at $1,097,499. And I'm going to hit refresh. And as soon as I hit refresh on this, that's it. There is no more. So those brigades that are waiting to put that last minute donation on, you have 30 seconds. But we all know how hard it is to fundraise. And we all know that this year, everyone's been feeling the pinch. And 2 weeks ago, I honestly thought we weren't going to hit the million. And so I want to say thank you to every single one of you for doing what you do. It's fantastic. All right, but without any further ado, that's my 30 seconds. I'm going to hit refresh. Coming in third place with a total $25,018, CFA Bairnsdale.
Well done, fellas.
Stand up here, look over to your slight left over there and give a big smile to Blair up there as well. Well done. Big round of applause. Thank you, CFA Bairnsdale. Thanks, lads. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Coming in second place with a total of $26,073, CFA Mount Taylor. We're going to need a bigger podium. Drinks. Come on, squeeze on up. Get yourself a nice big photo of the group. Front row as well. Just so you know, no one's actually in Mount Taylor at the moment. They're all here. Big round of applause for CFA Mount Taylor. All right, get off my stage.
How do you do this?
I love the shirts. Oz Next, established 1985. Totally pumped. Oh, well done. Anyone wants to check out a cool shirt, come check out the Mount Taylor shirts. Really well done. Without further ado, our highest fundraising team with a total of $32,809. CFA Buninyong Mount Helen. There's a whole brigade. All right, guys, take a second. There's a whole brigade here. Well done, Tommy. Well done, mate. Well done. 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 Well done.
Thanks, Chris.
Well done.
Thank you, mate.
Where the hell is Mount
Thanks,
Funny?
Chris.
Thank you, guys. Thanks. Thank you. Thanks, lads. You last man? All right. I think. Is that for me? No. It's no small feat raising $1,000, but it's an even bigger feat as a team. I think there's 32 of them here, I think. But ladies and gentlemen, CFA Buninyong Mount Helen. Let's go. Down my stage.
Thanks, Chris.
Thanks, fellas.
Thank you.
Now, as I hit refresh, thanks, Tom.
You know, we raised over 100,000 as a brigade over.
Oh, well done. I did not know that. Well, that's a fun fact. Did you know that since they've started, Buninyong Mount Helen have raised over $100,000 for the climb? Well done. And I think the first climb was 3 years ago, wasn't it, Tom? 4 years. 8 years. 8 years and raised $100,000. That's pretty good. Well done. All right. So that completes our awards.
I want to thank you. I want to thank the 000.
We're just going to do a quick one, quickly. From our start line, you might have heard my dulcet tones, and I'm sure you're all sick of it, but you might have also heard Jess. I'm going to pass over to Jess for one last thank you, and then we'll wrap up and say our goodbyes. Jess.
I know you must all be very sick of my voice by now. I have to put one of these. Have raised millions and millions and millions of dollars for so many amazing organisations. I am going to ask every person in this room to stand up and give them support. The 000 Foundation for the hard work that they have done for free, for expense, for Chris, for everybody. Rob, every last thing is incredible. And I am wanted to be part of it, just as everybody in this room, I want to achieve. And I want to thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, mate. Ladies and gentlemen, as a last port of call before I say my goodbyes, and we hope to see you all next year in Sydney, we're going to do a quick auction. Now, this auction is for something that's very, very important. This auction is the very first ticket for the Sydney Emergency Services Stair Climb. Now, as a fun point and a fun fact, this includes a room at Crown in Sydney. This includes a merch pack of all the merch that we have. And I'll give you this hot tip. When we went up and recently looked at the rooms, we know for a fact that these rooms look directly at the Sydney Harbour Bridge. So it is a room with a view. But we also know that the finish line next year in Sydney also looks at the Sydney Harbour Bridge. So it's a climb not to be missed, but it will not be of this scale. So this ticket is probably rarer than Willy Wonka's golden ticket. So I'm going to auction it off right now. I just got $5,000 right there. Can anyone beat $5,000? Got $5,000. Anyone want to go 5-1? Anyone want to go 5,100? Anyone? I mean, that's a good way to start an auction, but it's a good way to kill an auction also. Ladies and gentlemen, $5,000. Going once. $5,000. Going twice. For the first ever ticket of the Sydney Emergency Services. 5,500. $5,500. Can I get any more than $5,500? $5,500 going once. $5,500 going twice. For the first ever ticket of the Sydney Emergency Services Stair Climb 2026. For the third and final time at a total of $5,500. For the third time. Sold! Come on up here and receive your golden ticket. Up you come. Go on up here. Grab that man. Send him my way. We have to handcuff him until he pays. Here he comes. Can I just check your fingers to make sure you haven't got a wedding ring?
No. No.
He's no wedding ring. There you are, at a price of $5,500. You are the first climber for the Sydney Emergency Services Climb. Well done, mate. All right. So our fundraising total for Sydney is $5,500. If anyone is missing any lost property, it is located up here next to the $1 million balloon. So if you've lost a jumper, you've lost anything else, please and get it. But ladies and gents, one last time for raising over $1 million. Give yourselves a big round of applause. I can just come up and get it. And that concludes the official proceedings of the 2025 Melbourne Firefighter Stair Climb.
Hot box there.